Wonder Diamonds, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.
Hello viewers, we have with us a very special guest. Only thing is he goes by several names. Sometimes it's Titu, sometimes it's Mrs. Verma, sometimes it is the only YouTuber to have his head massaged by Shah Rukh Khan. So for the purposes of this show, I think we'll give him a new name and call him Bhuvan Bam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to galattaplus. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, sir. It's my second or third time in Chennai, and this is probably the first time when I'm here. When I'm here for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I've been here for leisure and Marina Beach.
Right. So you visited Marina Beach.
Yeah.
What was the thing that you got there?
So I sat with a couple of dogs, and then I had fish fry with me. There were stalls around, and I had fish fry, and that's the reason. That's the sole reason I came to Chennai. That's it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I just have to get this out of the way. What was that head massage like?
I was sweating because I had just removed the T2 wig, and I had really long hair, and it was impromptu. I didn't know how to go about it. Also because it was the first episode of T2 Talks.
Yes.
Even I and T2 Mama as a character was just a month old, or it was a couple of months old. That's about it. I was myself figuring out how to bring out the character, and somehow we managed to get Shah Rukh sir on
Right.
the first episode. And I was like, अभी क्या करेंगे? कैसे करेंगे इसको? How are you gonna do this? But then the episode happened, and I was like, I've never asked people to subscribe, so I thought this is the right opportunity to tell him to subscribe to bbkivines, and why not with a massage?
The massage was whose idea?
It was my idea.
Okay.
Yeah. I basically asked him, can I sit between your legs and you could say कि subscribe to Bhuvan's channel. But then he went on with it and he did.
She got into method, full on method.
Yeah.
So
And it kept going on for a while, that he had to like, chal abhi ho gaya. Like, come on, we are done now. It was nice.
what is the average Bhuvan Bam day like?
As of now, I wake up, I have my breakfast, I rush to the studio, from one studio to another studio to another studio, and this goes on till 4 a.m. in the morning. And then I come back, I sleep by 5:30. Then I have to wake up at 9 a.m. again, because someone from Airtel or someone from random call center would call me. Do you need a credit card? And I've blocked all the numbers, and it's still ringing right now in my pocket. So I think that's my day.
That's your day.
As of now, but usually I'm a very lazy, laid back kind of a guy.
You don't look that. Your productivity is incredible.
Because it's the need of the hour. But when I know I have nothing to do, I sleep.
That's what I was going to ask you. What is Bhuvan Bam like? Are you like a funny guy, a serious guy, a philosophical guy, a workaholic? What is it?
Not a workaholic.
You're not a workaholic.
I'm not a funny guy. I do the funny bits only for camera. I am kind of a shy and a quiet guy.
Most comedians, for some strange reason, are.
Yeah, I mean, there's more of observation involved. I think that's the natural process that I have.
Yeah.
I won't talk to you much unless I know you. Once I get to know you, then within half an hour, I'll download the entire map, the way you're sitting, the way you're talking, and then half an hour later, I can do you better than you. I just observe.
That's nice. Yeah. So that's how your characters come about.
Yeah.
So
most of them have been like completely out of the blue, and they've evolved from a metro ride, from a traffic signal. I've seen a few people and I've clubbed them, their traits, and that's how they've evolved.
So let's take Titu, right?
Yeah.
It's what?
Titu Mama is my actual mama.
Okay.
He's my actual mama, and I had to change names. That's about it.
That's the way he talks.
These guys have met him, and they've told me, dude, this guy acts like Titu Mama completely. Man, he is Titu Mama. He's one of those characters which comes from home. But
Right.
apart from that, every character is a fictional one.
Right, but Mrs. Verma, let's say,
Yeah, it's a
just
fictional.
women around you,
Yeah, yeah.
like maybe your
Aunties,
friend's
aunties,
mother,
aunties around me. Yeah.
the your
Yes,
friend's mother
yes,
or
yes.
something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
When you say friends, there are 3 friends in the universe, and in bbkivines universe, and those 3 are like accumulation of all the friends we have around.
has anybody asked you, did you use me for that character? Has anybody asked you that?
Mama did.
Okay.
Yeah, he called me, and I think the time until he called me, I didn't realize that I was doing him. I was playing his.
Come on.
No, I did it naturally because my mama is Gujarati, but the character of Titu Mama is from Indore. So I had no clue that I'm doing him. I get a call from him after the episode came out, and he was like, "Is that me?" And I'm like, "Okay, huh? Yeah, that's you." And then I slowly started discovering that the resemblance, everything is uncanny,
So it happens almost unconsciously.
unconsciously.
Okay.
It depends on what kind of mood I am in, topic the video is going to be about, and that's how I build characters.
With the various
Yeah,
characters.
yeah.
And they all came together in Tindora.
Yes, they all did.
Okay.
I tried.
Now, Charlie Chaplin, one of the
Yeah.
world's most famous comedians and probably the world's first famous comic star, he loved the audience's reaction, he loved applause and all that kind of stuff. But he was also very insecure about, will I be able to do better? Will I be able to do like they like me now? Like will they like my next movie? He was very insecure about his fame. You've been growing incredibly because you're a guy who began, and this is such an inspirational story. You began with a phone and a phone camera, and now you have your Disney Hotstar show coming up, Taaza Khabar. I'm not plugging it, I'm just saying it.
Thanks.
But it is a plug, I guess. I don't know. So, but do you have these thoughts sometimes like, I was, doing these one off things just for fun, but now it's not fun anymore because, I mean, maybe you're still having fun, but it's now like work, right?
Yeah.
How has that transition been?
I think the fun factor has reduced a little. There is more of how can I do better. It's always, I think it's with every artist. For example, if I take a YouTube video that I've done, for example, last month, this started happening right after my 10th or 11th video or an
Right.
episode that I did. I was like, okay, now what? How will I do the next episode? What will happen in the next episode? Will I be able to do better than this? Or will it be average? Or the thoughts keep on coming. And that's where the comedy fails. I've realized, and the idea came, if it came like through the 10th video. Today I have almost 125 odd videos on channel, and I figured that I was able to do that much content.
Right.
But yeah, stress comes along with each video because you don't know how people will perceive. Will they be able to relate with the topic? Is it a niche topic, or will it appeal to the masses? I think that keeps on going in my head. But more than that, uh, will they accept me now? Because I've seen this, that you do well for a significant period of time, and then there's one glitch, one particular stuff that people don't like, and then all those 10 things they're gone.
Right.
So I think that fear I have, and it will remain.
Yeah, it's a creator's.
Also, it keeps me going.
Yeah.
If I become chill about it, that okay, let it be. We'll see. The we'll see attitude is, I think it's still not there.
So do you see the comments under your YouTube videos where maybe sometimes people say, "Arey Bhuvan, this time this is not up to your usual standard" or something like that? Has that ever kind of? Do you see that? Has it happened? And
Of course.
if that kind of comment comes, what do you do?
Of course, YouTube is about that.
Right.
They are letting you see people's comment because they want you to see them.
Yeah.
They want you to read them.
Yeah.
It used to affect me pehle. Like earlier, I used to read all the comments and I used to find that one negative comment. Who's writing that thing? But now gradually the negative comments had started increasing. So I used to find like every third comment was like, it's not fun. The previous one was better. The previous one was better. And then you start figuring out, okay, maybe the majority didn't like this part of the video, so maybe I'll not do it this way.
Right.
So I think it's a hit and trial method every time.
I ask this question of many famous people just because everyone gives me a different answer, and I'm going to ask you that question. Insta's full of quotes like "follow your dream" and "life is short, do what you want." And today there are many more people that are willing to do this than it was maybe 40, 50 years ago when you could basically do engineering or become a doctor or do whatever it is. There's so many things, right? And you're such an inspiration to so many people. Like I said, you started out at the phone, today you're where you are. What is your advice to people who set out on this follow your dream path?
Don't get on a wagon, like a trending wagon. That's a mistake that most people, I may have done in the past. That something is trending, let's cash onto it. Let's do this. For beginners who are aspiring to get into social media, Instagram, YouTube, anything, I think that's a shortcut. That's a shortcut way of going
Right.
about it. But long run, it's
Not really.
yeah. What would you do? Matlab, I personally feel if I look like 10 years down the line, if I look back at my work today, I should feel okay. I did okay. I did okay. But if I don't have my own thing that I can own, I think that's where the problem lies right now. Like creativity is there, but only around trending topics. 100 people have made something about this one particular topic. So now 1,000 people will try to do the same thing till the time the audience is bored of it and they suck the entire emotion and everything out of it. So I think exclusivity is a must for a digital career at least. You need to do what you like. Nowadays it's all about how do I get people to see me ASAP.
Yeah.
I think that's a very shady way of going about it. One needs to just be consistent. And I think when people ask me this, they say ki you talk a lot about patience. It's very easy for you to say, keep patience, keep patience. I've been keeping patience since so long that there are so many things that I've been denied of, but I still keep going, thinking that one day I'll crack it.
What made you say, because like you started out like not really wanting to become this, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
some one-off thing, but then at some point you decided that this is something you want to do.
Yeah.
And that when you come to that point, there's always going to be a fork in the road that says I can either succeed or I can fail. Did you have a plan B, for instance?
No.
Okay.
Like till about
Everybody tells me this.
there's no plan B.
Everybody tells me they don't have a plan B.
We don't have a plan B. I personally, I had no clue. My father used to tell me while having dinner, he used to tell me, you must fill the bank forms. Because this you don't know. Because 5 years ago, this was a very unorthodox field. Right now, so people consider this as a full-time profession.
Yeah.
Back then, 5 years ago, my parents used to ask me, what is this? How are you gonna make a career out of this? And I was like, really? Am I doing something wrong? Should I consider doing like a job or filling out forms so that I have a backup option?
Yeah.
But then I didn't get time to think about it
Yeah.
because I was so hungry for all this. There were ideas brimming up every day. And I was like, now that I have an audience who's watching me, because like you said, I read comments. I read a lot of comments. And then when you sense that people want you to make more stuff, they want you to churn out more content, then I think that's the driving force that actually helped me a lot.
Right. And
Other-
that made you say, this is going to happen.
Yeah, but eventually, gradually, it happened.
Right.
Like for good 2-3 years, I was doing it for fun. But when I met people on the streets, when I saw how they were reacting to the content that I've been making, and how all the characters have somehow gotten into their lives, they can relate with a character, they can relate with Sameer, they can relate with another character, they can relate with the father's character. Then I thought, this is serious. I need to take this up more seriously. And I think that's that happened.
You graduated in history. What did you learn from that? Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Okay.
I was very.
When was the Battle of Panipat fought?
I know this.
You really know this?
I know this.
Okay.
I know this. But I'll tell you later. Trust me, I did BCom. I did commerce in 11th and 12th in school. But then I didn't get through any college because of the percentage. So the nearest percentage was history.
Okay.
And I was always in this illusion that I'll become an archaeologist.
Wow.
Because Nat Geo had ruined me. Every time I used to switch on Nat Geo, and they used to take up brushes and they used to go to Egypt, and a mummy would come out and they're like, these are the remains of.
The mummy won't come out. They'll take
Yeah,
it
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So you're making it sound like a Hollywood movie. Like you take a brush and a mummy just comes out.
But that's what
Yeah.
the image in my head was. That
Yeah.
if I do archaeology, then I could actually do this. But then I went into the college, and my attendance was 14%.
Okay.
All 3 years combined. Because then I.
You know, the people listening to this are going to tell their parents, listen, this guy had just 14%.
Don't. Please. It was luck. But there was a reason. I used to go to a restaurant every day to perform. We had a trio, we had a
Okay.
band there, and this was in the first year. And I somehow got into it, and I was like, okay, this is fun. There's music, there's kebab, dinner is free, dinner is on the house.
What
I
else
was
do you
like,
need?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were not paying me, but I still wanted to do because I used to read people. Like, this is way before bbkivines happened.
Yeah.
And I used to read people, and I performed there for 2 years. And so there was, like, we are sitting here, we were a trio who used to sit there, and there was this entrance. So by the first year ended, we used to bet that this guest is going to order this, and then we used to ask the waiters that what did he order, and then tallying and checking it out. So it was all experience.
So useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those were the days where I really figured out that I think I should do something on social media, because there was no concept of social media back then.
Yeah.
We had only Facebook. YouTube, there wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought YouTube was for just Bollywood trailers and movies.
So one of the things that I've seen of yours, and I think is my favorite video of yours, is actually not a bit. It's an ad for, rather it's a PSA for educating the girl child.
Yeah.
Which you did with YouTube. Did you script that?
They had asked us that what do you wanna talk about, and I'm like, because where I used to live earlier, every every house had a housemaid, and they all used to tell that I won't come today, but my daughter will. And then I used to figure why don't they go to school, and they were like, there's no need, they'll handle
Right.
what we do. That's how I always wanted to speak about girl child education, but in education for kids in general.
Yeah.
But they really liked the concept, and they then brimmed a few ideas on it, and that's how we got to shoot it.
No, because I was like, it's so simple, so brilliantly effective, and it's so short.
Yeah.
Like the message gets through like that.
Like a 20 second
Yeah,
video.
and like I was like, wow, do you have that serious side to you where you can like write serious scripts that are not the things that one would usually expect from a Bhuvan Bam video?
I think most of the stuff that I do on my channel, it comes out of the seriousness that I have in me.
Okay.
Even if that's comedy. Like a serious message portrayed through comedy, it goes out well, it spreads well.
Yeah.
And people can effectively take it, and it won't even sound preachy.
Right.
So I think seriousness is there always, and ask Rohit, I'm a very dark, I think dark, I write dark, but comedy is something that I have to neutralize a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give an example?
I used to crack a lot of jokes while I was at funerals.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I used to see people who are not even related to the person behave in such a way that it seemed very funny to me. So I always wanted to do a video on funerals, how people are on funerals and how they are when the person is alive. So I think such ideas and how I mean, there are so many ideas that I have in mind that I have to filter and slowly, gradually, once I'm ready to write them with utmost uh, sensibility, then I might.
Let me know when the funeral idea happens because I want to watch it. From the time that you started to now, the time we're talking, what has changed in the social media space? The viewership then, rather the viewing time then versus now. What are the challenges that you face today that you didn't at that point?
I think people have much more options now.
Okay.
Earlier, they had selected few channels who they used to go and watch. But now the algorithm is in such a way, frankly, on social media, you don't control anything. The algorithm controls you now.
Right.
They'll shove things in your face and you'll think, oh wow, this is recommended. Maybe that's my taste. Maybe I should watch this. But they want you to watch that. So that they can promote related videos. And I've realized this because there were no options for people
Yeah.
before. But now every second house there is a creator, there's a vlogger, which is a great thing. And our country has a massive population and a massive appetite for content.
Right.
We can watch anything and everything. There are so many people with different tastes all around the country.
Yeah.
So anything in our country works, and we are a land of content. So I think every new day there's a new genre of humor, new genre of music that's coming up. They're just shoving it down your throat that
Right.
watch this.
Right.
I think Instagram came out specifically to tell people that Instagram is focusing more on reels now.
Reels, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're posting pictures on Instagram, because Instagram was about pictures,
Pictures,
earlier,
yeah.
then you won't get engagement
Yeah.
on your post. They came out and said there was this massive backlash on Twitter, on Reddit, that why Instagram was that one place where we could post pictures and
Yeah, yeah.
interact with our friends and colleagues. Now I'm watching a reel that is nowhere
Yeah.
around my taste. I don't want to watch it, but they're always popping up. So I think that's how it'll be now.
Right. So you'll have to swim in a bigger sea, so to speak.
No, we'll have to adapt.
Okay.
Like that's also fun. That's also fun. If I keep saying that no, I'll make a short film. Making a 50-second reel or a 15-second reel is much tougher.
Yeah.
How the hell do you entertain people
Yeah.
in just 15 seconds?
Yeah.
I think people who do that, they're made of something else.
Right.
And I think they've made careers out of it.
Right. And we find newer and newer things happening. Like, for example, there are people who mimic stars.
Yeah.
There was this famous Rosodome Kontha which I could not stop watching.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yash Raj,
like
yes.
Yash Raj.
Yeah,
It made
yeah.
like I was addicted.
Yeah.
Like I would just keep watching it for like 10-15 times a day. Until of course it went out of my system, but I was just like why am I watching this? I don't know. It's just like insanely.
That's the best part of
Yeah.
social media. You find someone out of the blue and they're brilliant.
Yeah.
And then there are cons to it that you've been flooded with videos that are not at all related to you,
Yeah.
and you can't even make a choice. You have to go through. You have to swipe and reach a point where you can actually watch something of your taste.
How do you handle the pressure of constantly having to create something?
I'm not at all the right person to talk about this because it's been how many months? 6 months that I haven't posted anything on my.
But then you're doing a show, so
Yeah, but back of the head, like you said, the insecurity, the fear, I think that's there, right here. Because I know that the channel is as it is after Dindora. It's as it is right there. There's no content going up there. I know people who churn out content every week, every 4 days. I used to do that when I had started. But after a while, I'm like, why?
yeah,
Because as more and more people join you, there is a bigger there is a bigger viewership. Then you feel that if this doesn't work, then you'll have to hear it from all those people. Like I used to fear that if this video doesn't do well, 20 odd million people would straight up come in the comment section and say, previous one was better. So that's the thing I run away from. It's better you take your time and you bring out something that they've never seen.
Right.
That's what I feel, and that's what I tell my folks when I meet them. I don't think you should stress much about this.
Right.
Because if people genuinely like your work, they'll wait. And if you genuinely like your work, then you will produce something better.
But Bhuvan, you are at a stage where you've arrived, so to speak. So you're not a beginner anymore. You're not at that level where people have to get noticed. They might have a different view on this, right?
Yeah, but as if you're starting out, then that's what I said, that to get on a trending wagon is easy.
Yeah.
You can get on it, you can get your audience, you can be in the eyes of many people, but after a while, they would want to see what do you really do.
Right.
Trending तो हो गया, मतलब trending you've done, you've covered all the trending topics, but now what is it that makes you different from others?
Right.
That's where I think this idea comes in, that you need to have patience. Like churning out content is nice,
Yeah.
churn out content, but not to that extent that it's affecting you so bad
Right.
that you don't know. You've stopped eating. Like, no, I can't. You're stressing. Did you really start because of this? You started this because you like this. You
Yeah.
love this. Now you are compromising it with your greediness
Yeah.
or your desperation to be out there.
What do you think is your individuality that draws people to you? I mean, what is it that you give? What is your USP?
I think I talk my heart
Okay.
out. Through my characters, through the topics that I choose in my videos, through the projects that I will be doing in future, that I want to do, I wish to write in future, they are too close to home.
Okay.
And throughout these 7 years of bbkivines, I am of this understanding that if I feel about something, then I know there are people who feel the same about something,
Okay.
because they've been with me through
So there's that identification.
identification for them. And I think as long as I am true to what I really want to do, what I really want to write, I think they'll accept.
So this is a bigger step for you, this show that you're doing for an OTT platform. Do you have like something after that? It's like maybe movies or something like that. Is there something that...
Movies are definitely, I would really love to do movies. It's been a dream. But now that I've done Dindora, for example, now that I've done Taaza Khabar, for example, I know that I want to do something that I write and I have complete control over.
Okay.
That's why we have bbkivines Productions now.
Right.
Because we want to own most of it. We want to work with new people. We want to work with very, very hungry people. Because I don't know, like working under someone like a for example, if I work under some big director, if I feel on set that this is not going right, I don't feel right, then in that seniority
Yeah.
complex, I wouldn't say anything. And here, when we do Taaza Khabar, when we do Dindora or something else, we are all of the same age. We can talk and we can come on the same page. I think that's something that I really am comfortable in doing.
Right.
But of course, like a movie, like you said, it's always there.
Like Shah Rukh Khan promoted Zero using Bhuvan Bam, if tomorrow you become a star, which star would you choose to promote your show?
Allu Arjun. I'm a massive fan of Pankaj sir. I'm a
Pankaj Tripathi?
Yeah.
Ah.
Pankaj sir. I'm a fan of Ali Fazal. I'm a fan of Fahad Fazal. Kamal sir. Yes. I remember we doing T2 talks and Ramcharan Bhai said Dash Avtaram while we were talking about Dindora, and I looked at him and I'm like, that's a huge thing to say. But yeah, Kamal sir, definitely. There are too many people on the list. It's a never ending list.
Right. I hope you get at least some people on your list. Thank you so much, Bhuvan.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you. Pleasure.
Wonder Diamonds, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.